Hi there, I'm William Clark and welcome to the second video in my Eclipse development log series. This series is about me creating my dream game called Eclipse from scratch to finish, showing you the development process along the way. If you haven't already, I recommend you go watch the first video and see how this project first started. But before we get into this, I want to preface this video by saying thank you to everyone that showed support since the last video. People have been joining me on Twitch, watching me and donating to me, continue this project, and it's been really cool to just have people around for the ride and seeing people interested in the project. So thank you to all those amazing people that joined me and showed support. Now let's get into the video. Over the last couple of weeks I've been trying to immerse myself in the world I want to create. I've been writing down a cold opening for my game, essentially an introduction into the world and its characters. This quote-unquote script is essentially the backbone and design brief to my game, as it describes characters and events that I can use for design. If you want to give it a read, link will be in the description, but please note that it's still a draft and things will change, as well as it will contain spoilers for the story. From this I started designing the main character Nyx, using what I had written in the brief. I wasn't entirely sure of how the main character wanted to look or feel, and it was sort of a really odd mix of royal, gothic, modern, and medieval. Unsurprisingly, I ran into a lot of issues with this idea. The main concepts in mind, all of it just clashed, and I wanted to show symbolism of every detail in the character, everything needing to be perfect, as it was the character you're going to see on screen the most. Yet I also wanted the character to be relatable to the player, like a blank sheet. However, I also wanted them to have purpose in the world that I was going to create, and have their own personality. These were all things that I was trying to consider while designing the main character, and eventually I just took a 5-day break because I had designer's block, and drawing through it wasn't helping at all. What was I doing in those 5 days? I wasn't thinking of ideas. No, I was playing League of Legends. After the 5-day break of not touching the project, I had a massive urge to create something. I felt like I had cleared my mind, and I could think of better designs that would show the personality of Nyx better. I really wanted to emphasize how strong and kind Nyx is, and maybe even a little bit of shyness. She doesn't tolerate annoyances, but the design also needed to reflect something akin to the actual Greek goddess. I just took a step back and looked at my past designs, and saw that a lot of my designs are oversaturated with detail. And for someone that loves drawing characters that are saturated full of detail and over-designed to the point you can't recognize the character anymore, it was really something I struggled with. But I'm glad that I did simplify her, because Nyx's design became more aggressive, and with the simplification, it became more pronounced on who she actually was. So I'm glad about that. I also created a silhouette just to make sure that she, as a character, is recognizable from a distance. After that, I really just started coloring her. I really struggling with the color palette. The color palette none of the color palettes that I've chosen right now really suit her, so for now she's just black and white. Her design is still a work in progress, and I had received some feedback that her design looks much like Katarina from League of Legends, as well as some of Ross Tran's characters, who you might know as Ross Draws. Although I'm really happy with the design so far, the design still has a long way to go, and I will come back in the future to redesign her. Thank you so much for watching this devlog. Over the next couple of weeks, I'll be concepting and storyboarding out the story and environments. So if you want to stay tuned for that, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to join me in the creation of it all, join me on Twitch, Join the Discord, links are in the description. Otherwise, I will see you next vlog.